Right then folks, now this is not an update on the Decca Heggie situation, but what I am going to explain is the process Decca Heggie will need to go through to be able to try and leave the Philippines Immigration Detention Centre. Now most of you may already know the process of what he will need to go through, so I understand if you don't want to listen to this video, but I'm going to explain from the top what he will need to do to be able to leave the Immigration Detention Centre. First, all the paperwork with regards to Decca Heggie is collected by the Bureau of Immigration in Manila. Then this paperwork is presented to the Board of Commissioners. Then the Board of Commissioners will make a decision to whether the deportation order is issued or not. Now this can take a while, especially during the Christmas period. Then what happens next is NBI checks will be requested to be completed by the Bureau of Immigration. These checks are done to ensure you have no pending local cases. Please take note that local cases, i.e. criminal cases, take precedence over any other case. Now any lawyer can contact the Bureau of Immigration to ask for a whole departure order to be placed against any foreigner if they are a subject in any case. Now this will delay deportation as the NBI checks will come back negative. Once the NBI checks are completed, a flight will need to be booked and the flight information has to be passed to the British Embassy, so the British Embassy can approve the flight with the Bureau of Immigration Detention Centre. There were previously days you weren't allowed to fly, i.e. Sundays, and if they are considering Decca as a fugitive, despite the conflicting reports, he will need to have a direct flight back to the UK. Now the only direct flight from the Philippines to the UK is that from Manila to London Heathrow. Again, taking into consideration what the Philippines said about him being a fugitive, although this is disputed in various news articles and I don't yet know the total truth about this, however I will find out in the coming weeks. But previously it was meant that certain fugitives would need an escort coming back into the UK. This would normally depend on the person's history or the charge they are facing. Now the Bureau of Immigration could request this, especially if the said person was showing signs of a mental disorder. Then finally, once flights have been booked and paid by the offender and accepted by both the British Embassy and the immigration in Manila, he will then be transported on the day to the airport. He will then be put on the plane, and then that will be him on the way back to the United Kingdom, never being able to return to the Philippines ever again, due to the reason why they have blacklisted him. So anybody with historic SO offences will be blacklisted from the Philippines for life. Now, if he does have overstay charges on his visa, he will not have to pay these if he doesn't want to, because he has a deportation order. So not paying the overstay charges is not a reason to keep him in the Philippines. I know that because I didn't pay my overstay fines for 3 years and I was still deported. But yeah, it really all depends on how the Philippines act and if he has any cases coming up. But yeah, I would definitely see him there over Christmas if I was to take a guess. And if he does get a criminal charge, then like I've said before, it's very bad news for him. But yeah, let's wait and see, shall we? And if I get any more information or updates regarding DH in the detention centre from my friend, I will definitely do a video. However, like I said previously, he's in group isolation, and when he is in general population, I will then be able to get more information regards to what's going on, etc. But yeah, thanks for listening. I just wanted to do that video quickly just to show people what he will need to go through to be able to get out of the Philippines. I know I have said it on many of my videos in the past, but there's obviously new listeners that might want to hear it, and at the minute I don't really have any more content to put out because I'm not going to be telling made up stories about things happening in the detention centre. So yeah, thanks for all my loyal supporters and followers and everybody who's watching today. I really appreciate it, and thanks for all the comments and support that I've been getting. It's brilliant. Yeah, take care everyone and have a lovely day.